Okay, I'm just going to go through the other task we had, which was just to remind you, the other complicated one, which was which adjectives appear most often in the phrase or pattern it be adjective to. Just while I remember, I haven't been terribly careful about what words I've used here, but I have used phrase. I think phrase is okay for this. You might come across pattern, you might come across construction. Pattern is related, the word you use may be related to the kind of theory that seeks to describe it. Pattern is related to pattern grammar, which is an approach to describing language, and particularly things like this. So common patterns that occur, complementation patterns, in fact. So anyway, going back to this, it depends really, in a way, what you want to look for. Do you want to look for it is adj to and it was past tense, perhaps with a modal verb? It has been adj to. I mean, there's quite a lot of different ones. Even it is going to be. I don't think I'll go quite that far today, but they're all sort of possible. You might have to experiment a bit with the search that you do. Let's see, though, if we can capture all of these. So I'll take you through it step by step. So obviously, first of all, we want it. Then, well, as it happens, we've got a pretty much ready-made search. Let's just check, though, that I've got the tags right. So the one which I'm not sure about is the JJ. So again, we're back on this page. If I look for adjective, here we are. So we've got, in fact, it's AJO. So AJ. Now, so that means I need to change this. This is an old search that I did, clearly in a different corpus. So let's go back. AJ. So what is this doing? This is looking for it, followed by any form of the verb be, followed by an adjective, and it could be just normal adjective, or a comparative like better, or a superlative best. 2. I think that's not too bad as a starting point. If we look just for that, we'll find we get a good number of hits, 23,000, that's great. We could even make a note of it. So this is 23,000. It is or was. Those will be the two main forms in here. If we want to have a quick look at the most frequent ones, node forms. So according to this, it looks like it's possible and difficult are both very frequent, but possible is clearly the most. Possible, difficult, necessary. That is interesting. The important comes above that, and maybe even above difficult. Anyway, we've got the four top ones are clearly the top ones. I mean, we could again make a note of that. Difficult, necessary, important, just to see if it varies across different searches. So that's is and was, and you'll note here that is much more common than was. I won't go into why just now, you can have a look for yourselves. So if we want to just add in certain other possibilities here, the most important probably being modal verb. What we need to do is add a modal verb here. So tag equals, and we've done the modal verb tag just recently, so we should remember it's VM0. But we have to specify here that it's optional, or it will only look for it when it's with a modal verb. We were going to also look for present perfect. I doubt it's very frequent at all, but we should at least search for it. So it has been means we need a form of the verb have. The simplest way is just to do VH. So H is have dot star, or we could say it's always going to be, oh no, it could be has and it could be had. So we could just choose those two, but let's keep it open. So it will be possible to, that works, doesn't it? And let's just, I forgot to copy it last time, but if I copy this one, you can work it out from there. There we are. It plus the tag for modal verb will have, tag for a verb be, any form, adjective, tag for adjective, and to. So let's make the concordance. Here we go. And we'll notice that this time it's 29,000. Okay, so we've got a few more, but not a great deal more than, comparatively speaking, than last time. Does it change the overall results? I doubt it's going to change all that much. No, once again, we get possible is the top, difficult, necessary, important, because these are the ones which were frequent already. Do any of the new searches come in here at all? Let's just have a quick look down the list. There we are. The first one is it may be necessary to. And then we've got would be possible to as well. So it's not going to change the overall results all that much. Of course, we'd have to add them all up to be certain of that. Yes. The only other thing you might want to do, well, okay, there's a couple more things you might want to do. You might want to add in optional words. So it is sometimes important to, or it is also important to. So sometimes you'll get an extra word in before the adjective. So you could add optional word here. That would allow it. The other thing that we were saying might be possible is negative, to add in negatives. So again, we need to check the tag. Now I know it's XX something. Here we are, negative XX0. So we could add tag equals XX0. Now the reason why I do this rather than just write not is because that includes not and nt. So you can search for both of them with one tag. See, as it says, not or nt. So that's quite helpful. And we'd have to add that in also, it will not be. So a not could also occur here. After the modal, after have, it has not been possible to. It could occur there. So again, let's just copy that in so that if you're being really completist, although of course we could go further and add more optional words, but that'll probably do us for now. Let's just see what happens now with the search. We're looking for something like 30,000. Oh, actually, that does add quite a few, so nearly 32,000. This one, nearly 32,000 words, and well, again, it's not really going to change the overall hits, I don't imagine. Forms. No, it's still the same ones are at the top. Where's the first negative one? Here we go. It is not possible to. Sort of interesting. All right, so hopefully that'll help you build up your ability to use CQL.